Alright guys, so this here is called Malabar spinach, okay? So this type of spinach is a climbing spinach. As you can see, it's real lengthy. So there's a few things about this. One, this type of spinach, you can build a trellis system so it can climb up, or you can just put it in a bigger pot. This is not big enough to sustain it, so if we don't do a trellis, we'll have to put it in something bigger and let it just kind of drape over and meander around, as it will. The other thing about this type of spinach is that it's actually usually best when you get the leaves about this big, just because once they become bigger, like this big boy over here, the leaves become a little bit more fibrous and a little tougher and not as sweet. So yeah, again, it's better to pick it whenever it's small like this. The other thing is, don't be afraid to go ahead and harvest all the leaves. This plant will produce more. As you strip them away, it actually tells the plant that it needs to produce more, and so you'll actually get bigger and bigger yields every time you collect. And another thing to remember is that because it's a climbing spinach, you can see in here, it's got many different stems. And if you cut those stems, it will tell the plant that it needs to produce even more. So don't be afraid to keep chopping it down. You know, just like a basil. A basil's that way too. You chop a basil down and it grows back with many more shoots. So don't be afraid to do that. Last little bit of info for it is it produces these little purplish pink berries, and you can actually make a dye out of it that you can, apply to foods or whatever it is that you want to use for that. I imagine you could probably even do some kind of paint or something with it. But yeah, it's a really fast growing spinach, really easy to propagate. You can take clippings just like the other videos I've shown. Take a clip and plant it, let it establish roots, and it'll just keep going. So yeah, Malabar spinach.